When was the last time you asked yourself, what is my purpose for this lifetime? Not the daily to-do list, not the roles you play, but the reason you are here on this earth. Life has been whispering it to you for some time. And sometimes it's even been screaming it at you. But most of us are too distracted to hear it. So here's the secret. If you begin to ask, even as simply as before you go to sleep at night, you'll begin to hear the answer. Because life is always speaking to us. The question is, are we listening? So yes, we're going to go deep with this video. If that sounds good to you, stick around. So recently, I've actually been asking this question for myself, even though I know why I'm here. And the reason I'm here is to show people the potential that I see in them so they can take action. But I wanted to know if I was approaching it in the right way. So I asked, how can I be used as a vessel to improve this world? And the answer I received was this: you must see them so they can see themselves. In other words, I must show you what I see in you so you can finally see yourself in that same way. For as long as I can remember, I've never seen people for just how they present themselves. I see the inner light, their soul, how bright or how dim that light is at that moment. And I feel it in my body. And once I feel it, I can't unfeel it. It's like a mother who looks at her child and instantly knows when something is wrong. Even if no one else notices, she can sense their pain before a word is spoken. And she can't just ignore it. That's how it feels for me when I see someone's light minimized. I can't walk past it. I have to speak to it. I have to call it back to life. That is my purpose for being on this planet. I was given this gift, and if I were to ignore it, it would be a wasted life. And I'm not interested in wasting my life, even if people judge me or call me woo-woo, because those aren't my people. That's not who I'm here to help. I'm here to help the ones who can hear my words and are motivated by them. Which brings me back to you. You have a unique gift, and if you deny it the air to breathe, you will live a more difficult life, a life of struggle and misalignment. Pain will always be present, and the desire to numb that pain will become your mission, when the truth is, if you were to step into your life's real mission, you wouldn't need to numb it. I want to share a story with you that helps drive this home. Not long ago, in one of my visions, I do shamanic journeying. And if you have any interest to know what that's like, it's basically a walking meditation style that I do. And I've written a book on it. So if you want to learn about it, you can look for the book in the link in the description below. But in this vision, a woman took my hand and led me to the cliff's edge. The cliffs of Moher in Ireland. Though I have never set foot on that land in this lifetime, much of my deep guidance comes from those cliffs for some reason. Below the cliff stretched down a mile of air and then a sea of tumultuous waters, wild and unrelenting at the bottom. She looked me in the eyes and said, "Choose." I looked back at her and I said, "Choose?" "Yes, you get to choose. The choice is yours," she said. And she went on, "You can jump off this cliff and fly. You can jump off this cliff and fall. You can fall, then fly before you hit the water. You can fly, then fall, then dive into the water. No matter what you do, it's your choice and it's the right choice. You will succeed as long as you choose. But you cannot stand here forever." And that was the end of the journey. That same day, or evening rather, in a call with one of my mentors, he echoed the very same truth to me when I was again questioning how should I proceed. And he said to me, "Alexa, it doesn't matter what you do. You are good at what you do. It will work for you. Just choose something." And it hit me. It's less about what we choose and everything about that we choose. Action is key. So I jumped. At first I fell hard for a long time, but then right before I hit the ocean, I stretched out my arms and I glided across the water. And here's what I now know. We can't choose wrong. The only mistake is refusing to choose. So I want to share one more journey story that I have with you. In this journey, it was asking the same question. How can I be a vessel? How can I help people? How can I heal the world? How can I make this world a better place? And the answer I received was very surprising because it relates to all of us. So I traveled in this journey deep into the earth, and I entered a vast cavernous tunnel, massive, echoing, almost endless. And the message I received once I was inside was this: bring people here. Let them follow your light to this place. And at first I was confused because I was like, why would I want to lead a bunch of people into a cold, damp cavern underground? But then I saw it. At the far end of the cavern was a small door tucked away, hidden almost. It was so tiny I had to crawl on all fours to pass through it. And on the other side, there was nothing but light. Brilliant, blinding white light pouring in from the darkness. And the moment I stepped into that light, peace washed over me and through me. It was all encompassing. And I realized at the core of everything we do is love. Love is what makes life beautiful. Love is what makes us feel whole. Everything else is just noise. Distractions pulling us away from what truly matters. And here's the thing. None of us have life mastered. We are human, and being human is not easy. It can take a lifetime to heal even one wound, one pain, one story. And that is why we need each other. Because we cannot solve all life's problems alone. But together, as a collective, we can. And that is why your gift was given to you. Maybe you can solve X's problems while I can solve Y's and Jane can solve Z's. Together we can rise. Together we can heal. And this is why comparison is such a waste of time. Your gift was never meant to look like mine, and mine was never meant to look like yours. It was designed to be different by design. And then I noticed something else. The light wasn't only pouring in through my little door into that space of brilliant white light. It was streaming in from every direction, like the hub of a bicycle wheel with countless spokes feeding into the center. And each spoke had a guide, a leader, someone bringing people back to their light. That's what I understood. It doesn't matter how many versions of what you do already exist in this world. There can be 1 million musicians on this planet, and each one plays a different song. And every song calls out to different people who were born to hear that song. Some will only ever hear that song and nothing else. They won't recognize it from anyone else because they were meant to hear it from that person. That is why your voice matters. Because if you don't sing your song, the ones who are waiting for it will never find their way back to themselves. Now, you might be thinking, but Alexa, you're a leader, I'm not. Those caverns, you might say, require leaders to guide them through to that light. Aha! But here's the truth. If I led you back to the light, back to your purpose, once you are living in that purpose, you become the leader for your people, the people who can only hear it from you. And this is precisely why we need each other. I've sat at the feet of great leaders. I've listened, absorbed, and rediscovered my own voice through their teachings. And now I lead because I'm living my purpose. I have found my light, not because I have all the answers, but because I'm willing to guide others to discover their own. That's what leadership really is. It's not authority. It's not power. It's guidance. And here's what most of us don't realize. Our true voice, the unmasked voice stripped of shoulds and coulds and fakery, is exactly what someone out there needs right now from you. And they can only hear it from you. Don't let your cavern stay empty. Fill it with the people who are waiting for you to bring them back there, back to their light, to their purpose, their calling, and ultimately back to love. Because my job isn't just YouTube strategy. My job is to help you love yourself again, to love your ideas, to love your passion, to love your desire to help others. And that is where you will thrive. Live your best life and be successful on YouTube or whatever your calling is. And here's something else I've discovered. Living a life of service isn't only about giving. It gives back to you in ways you cannot imagine. Because there is nothing like witnessing that moment when someone lights up. When they finally see what you see in them. When something you said, taught, or did unlocks a door inside of them. When it's been locked shut for decades. That moment is priceless. It's pure joy. It fills you with a kind of energy no achievement, no material success, and no shortcuts ever could. It's incomparable. And that's the beauty of service. It doesn't just transform others, the people you're helping, it transforms you too. We are living in extraordinary times. There has never been a better moment to find your people, to share your gift, to help heal the world. We don't need to wait for permission anymore. We don't need to be rich or famous or chosen by someone else. Look at me. I'm a mom of 3, an American expat living in Finland. And yet with nothing more than a camera and my voice, I'm reaching thousands upon thousands of people all over the world, reminding them of who they are and who they are meant to be. Yes, people say social media is ruining us, that everyone is glued to their screens, and maybe that's true. But here's the choice. We can sit here and complain about it, or we can use it to our advantage. Use these same tools as medicine, for positivity, for growth, for lifting each other up. We have the power to change the world for the better, right here, right now. Don't let fear of what other people might think of you hold you back. I know I can sound woo-woo at times. I know people are uncomfortable with words like love and light, and that's fine because I've seen the cavern. It was meant to hold thousands of people, and I know I'm meant to guide them there. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there, and I wouldn't be here. Those who are turned off by who I am, that's part of the design. They will continue searching until they find the guide who speaks in the language of their hearts and a way that they understand. And I am happy for them when they do. And the same is true for you. You don't ever, ever need to downplay who you are. Every time you hide, you don't just hurt yourself, you hurt the ones who are waiting for you and your voice to guide them. So hear me now. You are one of a kind. You are bright, you are brilliant, you are powerful. You can make an impact, and you will, but you must choose. Choose to jump. Don't stay standing still at that cliff's edge. And once you jump, you decide what happens next. And whatever happens next is right for you. Nothing is wrong. So go. Go find your people, go find your tribe, and let the world see you, your heart, your passion, your purpose for this life, and make a positive impact that ripples throughout the world. We can make this world a better place, but we can't do it hiding who we are. So be brave, stand tall, and go all in. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.